everyone. Welcome to Paid to Deliver. Hope everyone had a wonderful day. And today we have a special guest on the live, which is all in the family, all the way in Augusta, Georgia. It's a pleasure having him on the live tonight, and we're just gonna talk about Amazon, UPS. Even we might end up talk about other gigs or delivery they have out there. You can, like go ahead and try it out. And if you're trying to make some side money, I mean, some of us do it for a living, and some of us do it as a side to bring that extra income to make ends meet. But it's a lot of gig, it's a lot of driving out there. It's enough for every one of us, everyone. So yeah, but welcome, my brother, all in the family on the live tonight, bro. You want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name is Andrew Wilcox. I'm from Augusta, Georgia. I've been with UPS for about 17 years on the dot. I've been working in the warehouse. I did everything from the warehouse thing to driving air, and I've been driving full time. So, just like my brother said, it's opportunities for everything. It's just what y'all want to take it into. You know, different parts of different worlds, and we finna introduce y'all to both of the worlds together to combine it together to get an understanding. So I
Um,
appreciate my brother letting me be on the live, and thank you so much.
no problem. But hey, for 17 dedicated years working for a company, bro, that's great. That's really hard work. For
It
you,
is.
your family, putting food on the table.
It is.
I really appreciate it. That's great. I hope well, not hope it's gonna happen. The years you put in, you'll see the
The outcome.
accomplishment in the long run. All right.
Yes, yes,
But
sir.
how you feel about working with the company for 17 years? You enjoy it? Like what you like about it? What make you stick around so long?
Well, what really stuck me around with UPS, and I'm gonna be honest with you, is the benefits because we don't pay for no benefits.
Wow.
And we don't pay for no benefits, so our benefits are free. So whilst we doing all that, and then I really got to understand how the system works with UPS. So it's just a mind over matter thing. But as long as you constantly learning, you constantly moving, it's a positive vibe, you know.
Nice.
So and that's why I stuck with it, and I got good supervisors that led me the way to get where I wanted to get to. So, and I this is my way on showing thank you. You know, I got a couple. I got about 17 more years in me, so we're gonna push by 17 more.
And I like what you said. I'm gonna go back just now and talk about my first job when I got to the United States, what I do. But I like when you say good supervisor. Because let me tell you, working for a company, having a good supervisor and having a good team around you will motivate you every day. You will feel excited when you wake up to go to work, when you're getting ready. You can't wait to get to work because you know you have a good team around you and a supervisor. That's very
And
important. Very, very important. So when I came to the United States, I applied for my green card. I got it. My first job was Amazon in the warehouse. Did I like it? Did I enjoy it? Yes, I did. Did I had great supervisor? Yes, I did. Did I had a great team? Not so good. So that's where I had to put in that extra effort to make things work so we could hit our numbers. But
yeah,
again, it boils down to having a great team. Once you have that great team and supervisor, you can push through. Everybody hold their weight. In other words, once everybody holding their weight, things will run smooth. If everybody
absolutely.
not holding their weight, you might have to be working extra hard. You tired. You putting in that extra work. But at the end of the day, all of us getting the same pay. You see what I'm
Same pay.
saying? Yeah.
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 The good part about UPS was when I came in 17 years ago, the people that I came in with, we became a family. So whilst we became a family, the unit was real tight. and we all still stood around to this time. Certain people went off the drive before I did. But in God's eyes, it's when your time is right for you to do what you need to do. You know what I mean? So,
And,
and it was just my time to do it when I did it.
and that's what it's all about. Again, if everybody working as a team, everybody holding their weight,
Yeah.
that's what's gonna happen in the long run. You're gonna be family. You all gonna be one because you all on the
Yes.
same page, and
Same
everybody's
page.
holding the same weight. That's beautiful. That's great. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
but how did y'all
But
meet? Can you tell the people that? Y'all just
we,
popped into the drive-in. How do y'all know each
hey,
other?
hey, explain that a little bit more. We can go in details with that anyway, either way. You know,
What brought y'all together? How
Yeah,
talking
how
about
like
did
me
y'all
and my
meet?
brother.
yeah,
Me and my
Yes.
yeah.
brother.
How?
Tell you, I just got you, man. I met my brother on on YouTube buying my first Frenchie. And my brother and my sister is supporting me 100% to move on with my business venture that I'm pushing for.
Mm.
And they mean so much dear heart to me. I support their channels 100% and they support mine 100%.
Yeah.
And I would do anything for them in the world. And these are great people. Like I told JD earlier, you need to join membership. And that's why he mentioned that to y'all today. So, I just want to give my thanks to y'all at the same time. You know what I mean? So, thank you.
And we
We
appreciate
appreciate you too
yeah.
because we remember when you locked in Star and then you actually fly down and we meet you on the airport, the vibes, the feeling. We already feel like family. The vibes was neutral, it was confident, and that's what you want. That's what you want, and that's what you want to build. You understand? You want to build
Yeah,
a community and family where you we don't have to think twice. Like we meet you on the airport, everything went smooth, and that's what we want. That's what we want.
that's
Yeah,
how it's
yeah.
supposed to be. There go again as a family. You unite as one, and when your feeling is right, it's always going to jam together. you
Mm.
know. And that's just how I felt, from day one talking with y'all. And and I want to take this business venture to another level. You know what I mean? And y'all are helping me out and giving me better understandings and step by step, knowing that y'all know I don't know that much about technology, but I'm taking the effort to learn it. You know what I
True,
mean?
true, true.
So
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna jump back onto UPS, and by any chance you have any questions to me, you can go ahead, ask me. But
I
let me
will.
see. How long? I heard you suggest now you don't mind working even another 17 years, and that's
Absolutely.
great to hear you say that because I see that you enjoy what you're doing, and that's
Yeah.
beautiful, right? That's very
Yes, sir.
beautiful. But how much years more you have to work with UPS before you can even retire?
Well, that's a good question. I can actually get out the door with 25.
Okay, all right, all right.
But
Mm-hmm.
since I'm so young, it doesn't make sense for me to get out just yet. I won't keep if I get out too early, I won't be able to keep my benefits like that.
Wow.
So for you to get closer to that age, to that social security number age,
Mm.
you have to work so many more years. And then also you gotta take in mind we take an accumulation on how many days out the week did you take off? What did you all that adds up with the total years that you have worked too. You know what I mean? When it comes closer to that time for retirement. So
Okay. So do you all have a set off day in
we
the week?
do. And my set off days is normally Sundays and Mondays. So I get a lot accomplished Sundays and Mondays. And like on my vacation, that's when I get everything that I need to have accomplished. I get it done for the whole week. You know what I mean? So it's no more running back and forth type of stuff. So
Okay, so
Yeah.
did you ask for Sunday or Monday, or did they just give you Sunday, Monday?
Um, that is how see UPS runs Monday through Saturday, and we
Oh,
have so many drivers right now that they had to make two different shifts because 2 years ago we just accumulated Saturdays. This is about 2 or 3 years ago.
mm,
So we started, and then they started implementing more drivers in on a Saturday. So by that happening, that made it like a full work day to lessen off everything else. You know what I mean? So then when they started bringing more and more people in, that's how they scheduled them, and then move some of the older people out of that was working Tuesday through Saturday to Monday through Friday. So it's just a chain of command how you come up with your seniority.
okay,
Yeah, but
okay. So, how many packages do you get on a regular base? Like, now is January. We just had the busy season, which was
uh-huh.
Christmas. So
Christmas.
I know maybe Christmas time y'all get like more package. Am I wrong or right?
You're absolutely right.
So now that Christmas is over, we're in the month of January where things kind of slow down a little. Like how much package you get on a daily basis?
Well, we normally on a good slow day, I normally run about 150 stops. On a good hump day, it can go up to about 175 to about 195.
And
And
do
that
you?
stops. That stops. That's not pieces. That stops. So
Mm.
that's the difference. Them stops. Them stops can include maybe having 10 to 15 packages in one stop, and it also can mean it can have one for one of those stops. So it all varies on which stop you going to next.
Yeah, I got you because as Amazon, so for those who watching the live, I'm an Amazon contractor, and then you have like the Amazon DPS who like drives like you for UPS who do deliveries. But I got what you say because even driving as an Amazon contractor with Amazon Flex, sometime you will have 49 package, but you will have 37 stop. So that means there are several stops that might have three package for this house, two package for that house. So I got you on that.
You got yeah. That's the so it can vary. You can have a day that can be 6 hours, depending on how you run it. And sometimes they put you in the same area. So once you're in the same area, you know how you want to run it to shave down, like you say, shaving down time. I know this street to take me here, and I got 4 or 5 stops here. I can go ahead and get that, come back across, and come back to where I want to go to. So it's all depending on how you want to work. You can do it at 6, you can do it at 8, and sometimes it can take you up to 12. So it's all depending on the person.
Okay, so do you finish all your stops every day? When I say all, do you get to deliver every single packages every day?
I deliver every single package every single day. The only thing is like it's like we got signature requires where you need to get the signature from the customer. So
Hmm.
if they're not in, we have a system where it lets us know, okay, they're not in. So this is like the first attempt. So we hit one attempt, and then then we write our little thing on the box to let the people know that they wasn't in. So they have 3 attempts to try to be home to get their packages, and if it's not, they get shipped back to the shipper. So
Okay, I got another question for you, and then I'll break down something what happened today on my shift. Do you deliver to the same area every day?
most majority of the time, it's the same area.
All right, that's good because I love that most of the time when you deliver to the same area, you kind of get familiar with the area, the people, the neighborhood, and that's great. So you already know what you're gonna run into, what it's gonna look like. It might not be like that every day, but majority of the time you already know the streets, you already know what you're gonna encounter. You already know sometime if you see the street, you already know if you go down that street, it's a dead end. So you
Yeah.
already know the area. So what happened this morning is I had a shift for 4 hours for $96, which pretty I find pretty good because I know I could finish that shift in 2 hours. But what happened is the way I had my shift is package number 29 to 30, package number 29 to 39 was going to Seabrook. And then package number 27 to number 2 was going to La Porte. So look, that's the good thing about when you know you deliver your area and you know the map, you know the app. So look what I did. Because I like to look at the map every day when I get my packages so I kind of have an idea, I realized they were sending me to La Porte first to deliver packages. When I finish La Porte, then I have to go deliver 29 to 39 in Seabrook. Now, so so they was about the wrong they was about at least 15 minutes to get to La Porte to Seabrook. But La Porte is closer for me to get home. So guess what I did? I rerouted the route. I can do it and it's okay. Amazon allow us to do it. So guess what I did? Instead, I go to La Porte, which I know is gonna be closer to get home. I went
Yeah.
ahead and I opened back the trunk and I took package 29 to 37 and put them by themselves. And I went and I start from 39 and I deliver all the way to 29. When I finish, then I went to La Porte and I start from number 2 to 27. Now, if
Smart.
you're not an experienced driver, if it's your first time doing Amazon Flex, if you're not familiar with the map or the area, guess what you're gonna do? You just go in click and just start deliver. And there's a lot of times I show my wife sometime when I come home, I screenshot or if she come with me, I will show her like certain times like a delivery is here on this street and then if you go maybe 2 more streets, there's a next delivery. But the way the app is, it might send you go all over there and then you have to come back here. When you could
Yeah.
have just right here, you just go drop that one, then you forget. You don't have to go here and you continue the rest. So sometimes it's just all about knowing
The
the
area.
app, knowing the streets, knowing everything about the delivery. But once you keep doing it for years, like I've been doing Amazon Flex and delivery for almost 7 years, and you've been doing that. You almost triple that doing UPS.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
you know
Yeah.
already every day when you get your route. From time
Yeah.
sometime you could just watch one of the box and maybe even see the street name, and you already have an idea where you're going.
And it be like that sometimes. It be like that sometimes. And sometimes if I know what I got and I already basically before I leave the building and my we have a diet board, like how you said earlier about you scan your packages in. We have a system that shoots our information straight to the board. So we already have all the information in our board on how many stops we have, where they going, how many miles they are apart, or how many miles you are from the center to your first stop.
Mm,
Then we also, on top of that, we have which we call air packages, which has a commit time that has to be out before 10:30 for
mm,
us and 12 o'clock. So
wow.
you got to put that into the factor with all the rest of the stuff. So say for instance, if you have a business stop that has an air package or that has a bulk stop that goes with this air package, but you don't know that because it's on the bottom of the board, but it's just
Oh,
telling you to drop the air package off. You know what I mean? So it's kind of hard. You have to know what exactly what you're doing, or if you're trying to beat the clock, I mean that means you have to really get down to it. and try to get everything off because sometimes you have a long sheet that we get every morning that has our air packages on it that has a commit time. So it's pressure behind driving at the same time. People don't understand that. It's a
Yeah.
lot of pressure.
So
And
let.
and
Mhm.
yes, sir. I'm sorry. No, no, you can go ahead, sir. I'm sorry.
So let me ask you, do you all scan every UPS package? Do you have to number them, or do they number like, or it's already set and you just organize them?
And that's the good part with UPS. See, when we get there, our trucks be loaded already, and we have a what we call a slick, which means it's in our shelves the way it needs to be ordered in our shelves. And the way it's
Mm.
ordered in the shelf, it depending on if I had said like earlier about your next day air, which has a commit time. So of course you have to get them off. And then if you have a business, you know a business is normally closed at 5. So
Yeah.
they try to make sure you get all your businesses off before you get to your residential stuff. And it can shuffle your board around depending on what area you in. Then it'll have you swinging this way. But that's where your mind comes into play at. You know this area. Let's go ahead and rock this out. Can I beat the time? That's when the time start rushing in your head. You know what I mean? And so then that's how you pick your pace up though. It's a mental thing. You know what I mean? It's a real mind boggling thing. You got time against you, you have cars against you, you have all this against you, and you got a lot rushing in your head. So it's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot. It's a
Yeah,
lot.
Yeah.
I like how you say that UPS set up the business um to get out the business and stuff like that, because what
Yeah.
happened now with Amazon, um even with regular houses customers, sometimes with Amazon when you order a package, sometimes I think you could set what time you want that package to deliver. But look,
See?
sometimes even on a weekend, you will get a package to deliver for a school, and I think it's nothing to bash them for, but I think they should have a better way of navigating that, because if a school closes on a weekend, like why are we getting package to deliver for a school? Or
Yeah,
if
that's a good question. That was gonna be my question.
yeah, and I love that y'all have y'all package. Like I get package to business where the business is closed. You understand? I don't like to deliver package. I want to make sure that everybody get the package on time and stuff like that. You understand? But I mean, maybe in the
Absolutely.
long run they might change up stuff a little bit. But I like that setup where everything. Next thing I heard you say is your truck is already loaded. With Amazon Flex, we load our truck ourselves, but with the DPS Amazon, the drivers for Amazon have to load their own truck. So how come do you all have a special team to load your trucks?
And yes, we do. We is and it's. I'm glad it's a great question. It's amazing that you asked that because what we have is we got a morning sort, which is our loaders that load our trucks for us. And if once you sort, it's like you remember how things used to go in the trailers. Okay,
Yes, yeah.
now reverse that, and it's coming down the belt. So we got a belt, and our belt has like three different lanes. So you got in, out, or you got in, middle, out, right?
Yes.
So depending on the truck number, you're gonna either be in, middle, or out. So you're gonna have a loader that's gonna literally grab your packages. That's our preload. We call that our preload.
Mm-hmm.
So you got your preloaders grabbing those packages and loading them into the door that you got your SPA label on. And we call it a SPA label. So we
Mm.
got a 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000.
Yeah.
So you got eight different shelves that can be accounted for. And our slick numbers is our the numbers is posted right there on the board on our little piece of paper. It's a little sheet, not that big, and it's a sticker that they put on our box, and that'll let them know what shelf to put it in. And
Mm.
we just go about our business. Sometimes you get good loaders that know what they're doing, that got it in numerical order, and some of them just put it in the shelf just to put it in the shelf. So
Yeah. Yeah, because you see, and that's why I made a video for Amazon Flex showing them, and I think in the next couple months I will try to do another video because I'm showing them when I get to the station, I scan, I get my packages, I come down the ramp, and it's very important organizing your package the right way in sequence because you know what? Once you start your route and get to your location, if your package is well organized the way it's supposed to, things is gonna run faster and smoother. If everything is
yeah,
shuffled up, it's a chaos, then you're running against time. Time is,
and there you go again. It's that time rushing through your head because as a driver, you're thinking, okay, at this time, I'm already going to be at this location. But if your people that's giving you, say for instance, as a Amazon Flex, I know that they give it to y'all in the cart. So if the people
yeah,
that's giving it to y'all in the cart runs behind, that's gonna put you behind. So
exactly.
basically, they're the sorter and you're the loader, so you loaded your own truck. So you got to take in consideration opening up your trunk, writing the numbers on how you want to write it down for you, and getting yourself out of there with all that traffic. So that's all time factors against it. We
Yep.
have that same problem with our trucks though too, because we got 97 drivers. So
Mm.
coming out of our building is kind of rough because our building I feel like it's just a little too small,
Okay.
but we make it do what it do. You know what I mean? We make it happen. So everybody sees a smile on their face, especially during Christmas time. So that makes my day, and that's another reason why I stay there a little longer too.
Okay. So Sunday, huh?
I have a question.
Okay, after
Talk to me,
this.
sis.
Okay.
After this.
It's after
So
this.
Sunday I got a shift for 4 1 1/2 in the evening, and it was like $126. And I say, you know what, let me go ahead and do it. And because the Texans was messing around, man. So I was like, you know what, let me go ahead and do this shift, man. So I took this
Yeah.
shift, and it was for a very new station. I've never been to that station, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I got to that station. First of all, that station is so big that I didn't know where to go because it's the first time. So is a also is very important if you go into a station for the first time, try to leave
Mm-hmm.
home very early because look, ask my wife. I
Yeah.
called my wife when I get there. I told her, look, if I didn't leave home in enough time,
Yeah.
I would have been late. Like, look, I drive there, I couldn't find where to go. Then I see an Amazon Flex sign almost by the road saying drivers must go here, right? When I drive here, then it has a sign saying do not enter. So if I see a sign saying do not enter, I'm not gonna drive down.
Right.
So I
Absolutely.
drive back around. When I go back around, they have some booms. You can't go in there. It's for the big trucks only. So I had to drive back around again. And then I had to use my common sense and said, you know what? The do not enter sign, maybe it's just there. So just go. And guess what happened? The same place where that says do not
No end.
enter, that's why I had to go down and make a right to get to. Look, if I never leave home on time, I'm telling you, I would have missed my block. I wouldn't have get paid that 126 plus Amazon would have dinged my
Yeah.
standing.
Yeah.
Okay, now I get there. When check in, they gave me two cats, big package. That building gives you bigger package. So they gave me 28 package. When
Mm.
when I get the 28
Mhm.
package, I bring it to my car and ready to scan the package. The package not scanning. Guess why? The label on the package, the computer printed, but half of the part where I have to scan didn't print, so now I can't scan the packages. I
The
went back
barcode
to the
didn't read.
supervisor and told her I can't scan the packages. So she's saying that I will just have to watch them manually, and so that's gonna take time. We're working against time already. Then
Absolutely.
this one Amazon driver was telling me that just take the packages, put it in your car, and when you get to the stop, sort it out to find a package. I told him, I said, look, I said, I used to work in an Amazon warehouse. I'm doing Amazon Flex now. There's no way, and that's not how you go about sorting out your package before you leave. You don't take every package, throw in your vehicle, and every stop you get, I have to be digging through trying to find. That's time again.
That's
Yeah.
You
that's common.
you know what he did? He took his packages, threw all in the can, drive off, leave us there, right? It's fine. You drive us first and leave us here. But guess what happened? I know I finished before him. You know why? Because every time he stopped, he got to be searching and trying to find. But
Yeah.
when I get to my
Hmm.
location, it's grab and go, grab and go, grab and go. And that's how I finished my delivery, 5 hour delivery, two and a half,
Yeah.
sometimes three, 4 hour delivery, 2 hours, 4.5 delivery, 2 hours. That's why I finish so early because once
It's
you plan,
organization.
Yeah.
organize, once you plan your day, once everything is set the way, it's better you stay by the station and scan your packages before you leave. Look, I get 49 packages. It don't take me more than 10 minutes to scan them. I scan them fast.
Yeah.
It don't take me 10 minutes. And as soon as I finish scan 49 package, the way I do it, if I scan number 30, I put 30 here. If I scan number 10, I put 10 here. If I scan number 20, I put it here. So the way I put in them, when I done, I just grab from 30, from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, and I just set them up. Once I do that, I push back the cat. Everything is organized. Because look, when I get to your house, the most I should be at your house is maybe 20 seconds, if so much. Sometimes I don't even stay 20 seconds. Because guess what? The way I do it, once I get to your house, while I walk into your door, I'm already scanning my package. Once I almost reach your door, I'm already snapping my picture. Once I snap my
That's right.
picture at your door, look, I'm already heading back, man. Look, we gotta keep moving, man. Look, I'm not working I'm not working 9 to 5 where they even watching my time or I have to deliver. You understand? But I still trying to deliver the packages as quick as I can, as safe as I can, and just trying to get the work done. You know, yeah.
Okay. So that's a great
So
segue to
sis,
my
I have a
question.
question. Go ahead.
Okay. So what's up, bro? Can you hear
No,
me?
I'm just what. Yeah, I can hear you, sis. I'm just
Okay.
waiting.
Okay. Thank you for being here. Okay. So that's a great segue into my question because I wanted to ask both of you guys, how do you deal with stress?
That's a good question.
You
That's
wanna
a,
you
that's.
wanna go first? You want
I'm
me
gonna
to go
let you
first?
go first. You
All
can go
right.
first.
So I'm not gonna lie. A lot of times at the beginning, I used to get real frustrated sometimes, especially when I get to the apartments, no gate code. Then you gotta be sitting down waiting. Then customers tell you deliver to the listing office. Listing office don't open till 9:10. But I'm at the listing office at 6 a.m., 7 a.m., 8 a.m. in the morning. So what I'm gonna do? You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
I used to get real frustrated, but after like lately, like now after doing it so much and so I like look, it's not that serious. calm down, wait 5 minutes, maybe 10. If
There you go.
someone opens the gate or coming out, I will try go in quick and deliver it to the customer door. If no one comes, look, you call support. Support, I'm here at this place. The customer say put it to the listing office locker. The listing office is closed. I've been here 10 minutes trying to get through the gate. No one is coming out. Sometimes support might tell you come back and try on your last route. Mine, look, on your last delivery. Look, if I'm here already, and I've said that before in one of the videos, if I'm here already, and then my last delivery is 30 minutes and I don't have enough time, I'm not trying to drive back here another 30 minutes to deliver that package. So most of the time, I let support just mark it, so I return it to the station. But this don't happen all the while with me. I always try to go above and beyond to get everything done. I try to stay positive. I sometimes take a deep breath and talk to myself and say, look, it's gonna be okay. Because look, the more frustrated you be, the more you overwhelm. It's like your day is gonna be, So I try to just shake it up and say, you know what, everything is gonna be
Yeah.
all right. It's not that serious. Calm down. We're gonna have a great day and go about, trying to get it done.
That, that's a fact.
Yeah.
And that's a good point you brought up about apartments and stuff like that. But my day really starts when your loader loads your truck and it's not even organized right, right? Or you
Mm.
have a package that goes from where I'm at all the way into the country and you have to run that package because it's on your truck. Absolutely. I want to make somebody happy, of course. It doesn't matter if it takes me an extra 30, 45 minutes, but it's frustrating though. You going
Yeah.
and running 160 some stops and you find this one package because your loader doesn't want to load it right. You already went through trouble trying to find some of these packages because he just threw it in the shelves where it say 1,000, so it could be 1,800 in front of 1,200 all the way in the front, and it needed to be a little further back. But but as long as I see people smiling, that's okay, But at
Yeah.
that moment, I'd be like, you know what I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
frustrated. Or if you get them apartments, that has 4 or 5 stories, and they all the way on the fourth floor, and then you may have one for each building, but each building may have 4 or 5 stops in that one building that counts as one. So that's a little frustrating when you constantly walking up and down the stairs. I like to be on a
Mm.
consistent path layup. You know what I'm saying? It's stressful. That's a stressful
Mm.
moment for me. And sometimes they have them all the way down at the board where you don't lift it 300 packages and you still got 40 more to go at this one apartment complex. But I like to go
Mm.
beyond and beyond and make sure I knock at the door, even though it's stressful for me because I'm already exhausted in that aspect. And then dogs is another issue for
Mm.
me.
Mm.
And I had that happen to me this past Saturday. I went to this one house, which is my normal route on a Saturday, and he normally has 2 dogs, but he keep them in the backyard. But this time it was loose. You know. Now what do you do in a situation like this? Now you stepping out and you see a big German Shepherd running at you at full
Mm-mm.
speed.
Mm-mm.
I was like, oh my God. And then I'm up here stressed out. Like I'm trying to give this man this package. I'm kind of scared. I almost dropped the package and I was like, I hope I don't drop it. So the dog was walking off. He up here ran back to the truck. So I hit the package and I said, not in one. I can't deliver it because of the dog situation.
Yeah.
But that's a
Yeah.
stressful
Yeah.
moment. Then you don't want to hit a dog because this dog is chasing the truck, biting the tires. You
You
know.
right. Right.
So and that's the stressful moments we go through, man. And then
Yeah.
like I told y'all earlier, stressful moments with. I told y'all what I've been through. So
Sure.
I done seen some of everything. Done had twice the gun pulled out on me, nerve wracking. People looking at you funny. That's
Yeah.
nerve wracking and stressful. but you still got to keep that professional smile on your face at all
Yeah.
times.
Yeah.
Let me ask you,
So.
do you do in Augusta, Georgia, when you deliver to apartments? So here in Houston, I show it in some of the videos. You get to our apartment, right? Now,
Hmm.
sometimes the notes might say third floor, but sometimes it mightn't say any floor. It just tells you apartment 10, 1008, right? Now,
Yes, sir.
some of the apartment buildings, they just have number 10, but they don't have like, okay, the apartment 1008 is here, 1008 to 1015. If you understand what
Hmm.
I'm saying, like some
Yeah, I know
apartment, it
exactly
will
what you're saying.
tells you exactly. If you go on this side, you will find 1028 here or on
Hmm.
second
Hmm.
floor. But
Hmm.
when some of the apartment don't have that at all, you have to be running up floors, end up third floor, you insist, come back down to walk the other side apartment,
Yeah.
trying to find it. That keep you back. Yeah,
Yeah, and that happened to me a lot though too, But sometimes what I like to do, if I once I leave I like to leave apartments for last because I know that's where sometimes in our board it shows up as one stop, but you may can have 20, 30 stops in one of them
Mm.
apartment complexes.
Oh,
So I like to leave it to last because I can organize it the way I want to hit. So if I'm coming in the apartment complex this way, I know building 1,000 is here, 900 is here. So I'm gonna have it organized for me to. Okay, I'm gonna
yeah,
go ahead and grab these 4 or 5, boom, 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 knock them out, and then I have them lined up in the order like it is. Like it may say 1,003, 103, or 1 through 8, and then it say 135, which you already know is on the third floor. So
yeah,
I'm gonna knock out all the first floor, then I'm gonna knock out all the second floors. Then I work my way up on the third floor. I just like to
mm,
be organized when it comes to apartments. I don't like to do it in the route because it's always sometimes mixed in with other stuff, and
yeah,
then I can have a clear vision. Even though apartments when you do it at the end is a real stressful moment because you're already tired, exhausted.
yeah. I want to point some about apartments also. I think apartments. I can't speak for Georgia, but here in Houston, I think all apartments should have lockers to put the package. And the reason why I'm saying that is when a customer say put the package at the front door, sometimes that apartment might not have locker. This is why they're saying that. But guess what? When you put that package at the front door and take that picture and you walk off, if someone takes that package,
Yeah.
it's like, am I responsible? I
Hmm.
did my part. Like,
Right.
why am I getting an email saying this customer didn't receive the package when I know to myself the
Yeah.
app prompt me to take a picture. I'm at the right apartment. I took the picture. Like what can I do? I can't sit on all day and babysit that one package when I got 35 more stuff. Like, how can we?
Absolutely,
You see what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like, a good solution for that will be all package directed to a locker at every apartment.
Yeah,
absolutely,
but that
absolutely.
that's extra money. I feel like some companies, how they run their business is the customer is always right to a fault. But I feel like going to our next point of why some drivers quit is because my husband, he runs a very clean business. He's a self contractor. He's doing it to support our other businesses. And he actually loves being an Amazon Flex driver. But it can be a little discouraging sometimes when you work really, really hard, right, to keep your fantastic level 4 standing. And now you have these like corrupt customers who they know good and well they received their package, but they know how
Yeah,
Amazon is. They know Amazon is just going to resend another package or refund their money. So they take advantage of the system. But That's not good for drivers.
Yeah, and bro, there's certain place I deliver. Once I go to that neighborhood, I already know that they're gonna say one or two is gonna say they ain't find the package. Then there's certain areas where you have people roaming all over.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of time I try to hide the package behind the column or
Yeah.
whatever. Like I've go with my wife and see a package like plain in sight. And guess what I do? I took that package with my package and hide it and take the picture because
Yeah, he
I,
does
I,
that.
I know, look, I know how it is because I'm a driver too. I know how it is. If someone takes that next package from the other driver, they're gonna get in trouble
Hmm.
for it, which I mean they deliver it to the door, they took the picture, but hey, you just sometimes you just gotta use, your common sense and see how you can best. That's all you can do. You can't babysit the package. That's all you can do.
You're right. You're right. I had that happen to me one time where I'm saying to myself, I delivered to this one apartment complex, and the lady called in and said I didn't get my package. I didn't get my coach purse. And they got back to me, and I was like, "Did you deliver such such to the right apartment?" I said, "Yeah, I delivered it to the right apartment." But my question in the back of my head is, how she know that that was exactly her coach purse if you didn't open up the package to see, right?
Exactly.
It's, so you know what you got, even though the app can tell you it's out for delivery, but it could, how you know it could have been misloaded on a different truck. You know what I mean? So let's and that's how they do it. That's why now that when I deliver certain things that I know is valuable, I normally just put it against the column behind the column or even a little vase or something like that so it's hidden. But if it's a bigger box and the garage is open, I like to slide it in the garage or put it by the door for them already so they don't even have to walk out the door to move it no more. It's already where they wanted to have it at. Because I know my customers that I deliver to, so they just love how I put their packages. But
Yeah,
yeah, that
yeah.
happened to me before.
Yeah, I saw
It sucks.
so with the Amazon Flex app, you have
Uh,
like in different state, they have like Facebook group. I joined some of them. So I like
yes,
to
sir.
tap in with them and see some of the question, some of the problem they run into and all of that. It's a good, kind of thing. Some people give their feedback and stuff like that. Some people how they when they might say, hey, you know what? This has happened or this place have a dog or be careful. um Also on the Amazon app, sometime when you get to a house, if there's a dog, you can actually put that there's a dog on the app, and this actually stays there. So every driver who goes to that house would know, it will prompt them. You will know already there's a dog. So be on the lookout, whether the dog is inside or out. Because bro, I've been to certain house, and when I get to the door, the way that dog growl and rush the door,
Yeah,
man, I whoa, 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 whoa. Like, man,
yeah,
look,
yeah.
yeah.
You imagine that if this German Shepherd had to weigh about 120 pounds. Big old joker. I mean, roaring, like, and running full pace at this truck. This
Mm,
brown truck.
mm,
And I never sat down and believed it because every time I deliver to certain houses, I see dogs and they run up to me or puppies, they run up to me, dogs run up to me because I'm a loving type of guy and I love animals. So, you just thinking, but this one here, this was different. And you can look in his eyes and say it was something different about him. So I politely took the package back and I said, no, I can't scan this. I'm not even finna dare myself to even try to get out the truck.
yeah,
Point blank,
yeah.
period.
Yeah.
I'm
All
not
right. So
finna
we
do it.
got we got 10 more minutes, 10 more minutes
Talk,
on this live. Let me see if my wife got any more questions before I ask any more questions.
Of
We're gonna
course.
hit the last 10 minutes and then we're gonna knock it off. And definitely, bro, I'm looking forward for you again for another interview next week. Godspeed Live. We're gonna break it down,
Hey, we're
see
gonna
how
do this
your
every
week.
week.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. And
So
let's
sure.
do, some mixed collabs, on your channel, All in the Family 706. We can host some dog lives or some, family
We
talk
can do it.
or
We can
business
do it.
tips. Yeah.
yes,
So
yes,
let's
yes.
let's
We
So
can do
let's
it.
go back
This
and
that's
forth.
gonna be the move. That could be the
yeah,
move. I'll
so
set it up for next week. That'll
all
be
right.
on me
So
next week.
yeah, so we're gonna hit the delivery side. For all the dads, the moms who's watching this live, if you have any questions about delivery, fatherhood, whatever business side,
Anything.
you can leave your comment below. And I want to say, shout it out to the moms out here, especially in
Shout
Houston,
them
man.
out. Shout
I
them
see
out,
them
man.
like 3 o'clock in the morning, man, trying to make it happen. I know it could be very
Supporting.
dangerous out there sometime,
Supporting.
man. Shout out to them because I know they try to make that extra money. They gotta eat, they gotta pay the bills. But I wanna say, hey, shout out to the moms, be safe. Also the dads, we gotta be
Appreciate
safe
y'all.
out there.
Yeah.
But the moms, man, I know like on the ladies side, because I've been seeing the Amazon Flex Facebook group where moms say guys following them at 3:34 in the morning, man. You understand? And it's a woman. So I want to say, just be careful,
Yeah.
be safe, always watch your surrounding. Look, if you realize someone is following you, don't deliver the package. Just keep on going. Go. Just try get out the area. Try get somewhere where you know
Yeah.
try
You
see
can
where the
call it in.
nearest
Call it
police
in.
station is, drive to the police station, pack up like
Call it
something.
in.
Yeah, just be safe out there because look, we
Really.
all trying to go out there, do our best for our family, and that's it. We ain't doing nothing else. We just trying to make the customers happy, make sure they get their deliveries. Some customers, I tell you, they know I'm coming already. As soon as I reach, it's like they're waiting on that package, man. They're waiting on it. So
Absolutely.
you want to have happy
Absolutely.
customers. You want to be very respectful when you get to someone's property. Very respectful to the customers, the property, and yeah.
Okay,
That's it.
that's
That's it.
that's yeah, that is a great point, and thank you guys so much for even thinking about us. We appreciate it. But my last and final question for you guys, and sorry for interrupting you earlier, baby.
You
I,
good?
I
No, no,
saw
you
you
good.
beginning to ask the question,
You
and
good.
I hate when I lose my train of thought, so I apologize for that. But my last question for you guys is for the content creators. Of course, I'm a married mom entrepreneur, and I have to ask. But I see you guys in your nice branded tees. Okay.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I see y'all working out.
Absolutely.
Okay, so my question is for the content creators. Whoever chooses to answer first, thank you for your answer. But what made both of you become content creators? How has it changed your life? And for anyone watching, what advice would you give to anyone looking to start sharing their story online and building a business?
All right. So what actually made me start being a content creator is my wife again. Look, I never believed I would be sitting here today in front of a camera with my brother all in the
High
family doing
five.
a live
High five
because
on that. High
first of
five on
all,
that, brother.
I'm not a camera person. I'm not really shy, but I'm not a camera person. I never was. And every time I used to see my wife doing it, I used to admire her and I used to be like, man, like, not me, not me. But just being around her build my confidence. And once I start doing it and get used to it and comfortable in my own zone, man, that was it. That's it. I get so comfortable that sometimes I would say, babes, I'm going live. Like I'm going live. But to say this to say that, also I have a lot of friends who ask me like Randall, You've been doing delivery for a very long time. We know you very quick, like how you do this, how you do that, how you manage to you finish your delivery so quick. And not only with Amazon, I do Favor. I have Rody. Um, Favor Runner was one of my favorite app. I used to make 4, 5, 6, 6, 5 a month. And the good thing about it is how much hours you put in is how much money you make. So if you want to work 4 hours, it's just how much you want to put in. With Amazon Flex, we only work 8 hours a day, and Amazon cap you at 40 hours. With Rody, with Favor Runner, you can work 6 in the morning, go right back. You can work 12 to 15 hours. It's just up to you. But hey, look, bro, every day I just can't believe like I'm here in front of the camera. But you know what? You know what? I always tell my wife every day, nothing happens before its time. Nothing
That's my
happens.
motto.
Yeah, yeah,
That's my
nothing.
motto, man. That's my motto, brother.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna piggyback on what you said too. I'm not a camera person, point blank, period. And I don't like to take pictures because of I have alopecia, so that already put a burden on my back in the day. So
Okay.
with me having alopecia, me being in front of people, it threw me a little bit back.
Yeah.
But it came back around me being a little bit more sociable, like when I became a senior in high school.
All right.
So that's coming around. So I was like, I still don't like to take pictures because in the back of my head, I still have that thought people talking about you, and how people gonna accept you because you going live with people. So fast forward it, I started working at UPS. I started driving,
Mm-hmm.
and I always had a business mindset. I just never knew how to approach it. My first business idea that I wanted to come up with was a top tier sneaker store,
Okay.
a resale store. And that didn't work out because then I started realizing everybody else started doing resale stores, and it was getting too saturated. It was getting too saturated. So I was
Mm-hmm.
like, no, that's not gonna be a good look. So I sat on it for a while.
All right.
So I sat on it and started working, and I love animals.
Need another one?
This is how French bulldogs came about. That was one of my favorite breeds of all times was a Frenchie. I always wanted to do something with Frenchies.
Mm-hmm.
So I was taking medication and I was drinking a little bit of nose. I wasn't even at work. I was at the house. But they called me and I was just always so eager to go to work just to show that I can do what I'm doing because I want to keep everybody on good faith. You know what I mean? They knew that once they called me, I can come in.
True.
So I had an accident. I blacked out in the UPS truck. So I
Mm-hmm.
blacked out. And when I blacked out, somebody tapped me on my shoulder. But it wasn't no human though at the
Mm-hmm.
time. He tapped me on my shoulder and said, "This is not your time. I got bigger and better things for you to do."
Amen.
You understand? So when he said that, this gentleman shook me and said, "You all right?" I said, "I don't even know what really happened. I'm in a daze." So as time moved forward, I went to church. So I was like, okay, okay, I'm feeling what he's talking about here. This is what this gentleman was talking about when I was blacked out. Not putting two to two together at the time to after church though. He said, "It's not your time. I got bigger and better things to do."
True.
So, and then I heard the word, "You can start your own business." And I looked at my wife and I said, it's time. Because I've been
Nice.
talking about it for a while. So as time progresses, I read this book right here in the evenings.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I read this book in the evenings right here.
Okay.
I read
This
this
is
book. I read the book and get a little bit more understanding. So with me reading, I looked at her, I said, it's that time. And she said, you sure? I said, yeah. So she said, do what you have to do. So I had the support. So I came across, met my brother and sister, and I bought my first beautiful Frenchie. And my sister got me out of my comfort zone. And ever since then, I've been running sky's the limit.
nice,
I jump
nice.
behind the camera as much as I can. And I don't let people deter me on what they think. You know what I mean?
That's it.
So you take me for who I am, but I'm low key. I'm not no camera type of person. Since
Yes,
seeing
sir.
it today, I don't even know how to take pictures really. So, so, so but it
All
is what
right.
it is. I'm gonna learn
Okay. So we're gonna close this off, bro.
for
Thank you
sure.
for being here with us on the live. We're gonna set up a live also to see if we
On my
can
page.
collab every week. Also, not only pay deliver, we also gonna do live. I'm a collab with Rosharon Frenchie Breeders. We will be
Sure.
with the puppies. You bring Star. I go with the big dogs. We'll talk to you off the live and communicate about that. But thank you very much for taking the time out of your
Will
family
do.
to come on with us here at Paid to Deliver. I appreciate you. I love you. Have a
I love
wonderful
you too,
night.
brother.
All right.
Stay
And
humble
I'll
and
see
blessed.
you on the next live.
I
Have a good
see
one.
ya.
All right.
Peace.